Hey, what's going on, everybody? Memorial weekend and trying to get some stuff done outside before it gets too warm. So ginger has been looking really good. I think it needs to get transplanted, so that's next on the agenda, and that's all I've got going on inside. The lemon and the bay leaf seeds I got from a coworker did not do a darn thing, so that's the last of things under the grow lights and on the heat mats. So transplant these, shut everything down until I get the next batch of stuff going, and go from there. So see you outside shortly. Include jump sequence here, just kidding. So I did a bunch of stuff a little while ago and just kind of wrapping things up before I hibernate inside for a while. I need to get some hydroponic stuff mixed up and topped off into buckets. I've not been doing a good job of taking care of them. Some of the strawberries aren't doing real great. Some are just kind of existing. A little bit of me, a little bit of the weather. Nothing special with the older batch of onions. The newer batches of onions are all looking really good, and they need to get a haircut. So interesting. So all except for the one little itty bitty plant survived. The rest of them died off. And anyway, so I planted some new seeds, and you can see the cucumbers not too bad for 2 weeks. And then I planted new seeds in over here. Most of the beans popped up. I dropped a few more seeds in the empty spaces, and then only 2 of the pea pods germinated. Nothing else germinated. Pea pods or the snap peas. So I replanted everything else in here. These onions need a haircut. This garlic is about ready to be harvested. I topped off all the tomatoes with some more dirt. See if I get some more water retention going on in there. They seem to be getting rather dry as with the heat that's been going on. So lots of sprouts. You can kind of see a couple little tomatoes going on in there. See if I can make my way around. The Blue Lake green beans mostly germinated. I tucked a few new seeds in there where I could find a little spot. And this should be, I think, the Juliet grape. So anyways, you can see if I can get around the leaves. A couple tomatoes going on in there. Haven't gone back and looked on the dates, but I'm guessing these Yukons, actually no, these would be the I think these would be the red Norlands. So next weekend I watered them today. Maybe get one more watering and then maybe look at harvesting next weekend. This was the runtier of the tomato plant, so it's doing pretty good. I did break this trying to get it inside a tomato cage. The other cool thing is this early girl has some tomatoes on it, and there's 4 or 5 hiding down in there, so doing its job. I didn't get the snail grub stuff in here, so I lost a few more strawberries. And then I was waiting for a couple of these to ripen up a little bit. That one can be picked. There's one hiding back there, almost ready. It's that do you pick it or do you hope that the bugs don't get it stage. So I need to finish doing that. These 2 figs are doing really well. And you can see the spots where I missed it with the with the hose, but so they're all surviving. This one's probably the healthiest out of the bunch, but none of them died off. Blueberry's doing awesome. Got blackberries on the way. Give it a few more weeks. But then the cool thing in the last week, and then they come out and pick, there are raspberries. They just all of a sudden showed up and started turning colors. So can't really complain much about that, can you? And then I'm debating what to do again with this apple. I think I need to clip a couple, unfortunately, or that branch is not going to make it. And then the other blueberry is doing really well. This is a different variety, a little bit bigger. I need to get some clones off of this and the other one, just haven't gotten to it. And then this apple's trying to do stuff. Bunch of little apples everywhere. So we'll see what happens with the weather and the wind. That's really it. Again, these two are limes, or sorry, these two are lemons, trying to do its thing. You see a bunch of them's trying to grow. We'll see what happens after June drop coming up. Like this thing, that's no good. But I'll wait for it to fall off. I'm not going to force it off in case I'm wrong. It's kind of hard to see some of them when they're starting because they're, you know, the green is almost the same. Now, obviously, that cluster is really easy to figure out. There's some pretty good sized limes over here. They're starting. Oh man, look at those bugs. There's little bugs everywhere. There's some bigger limes. There's one hanging out down there. So we got some little itty bitty bugs. Not sure what kind they are, so I might have to get to a spraying. And of course there's this one. This is kind of hanging out from last year, but there's new ones coming, so that's good. Other than that, oh, the tomatoes, they're just starting to catch up. So they were pretty straggly and they didn't like the heat. That one's doing the best. This one's hanging in there. This one hasn't died off completely, but I'm guessing this one's gonna croak. But until it shrivels up and dies, I'm just gonna let it do its thing. And this one's kind of hanging out. So haven't seen any leaves pop up from this cutting off of the lemon. I forgot to leave a couple leaves, so I'd already cut it, so it's just sticking in the dirt and just hoping at that point. And then, like I said, all these onions, they're doing wonderful, so they need a haircut so that they don't start going to seed like these. Other than that, that's all I got going on for this week. Got to and I got to get to transplanting the ginger, but that's all I've got going on, like I said, for this week. Thanks for watching.